How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now. And as always, I appreciate everybody that takes time to watch my videos. There's been a huge lawsuit filed due to the banning of binary triggers. There's a group called the Minnesota Gun Owners Caucus, and they've filed a lawsuit against multiple Minnesota officials. And they claim that the state of Minnesota banning binary triggers is unconstitutional. The law firm that helped bring this suit was filed by the Upper Midwest Law Center on behalf of the Minnesota Gun Owners Caucus. And they're suing Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, Attorney General Keith Ellison, as well as Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty, and Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension Superintendent Drew Williams. In the last session, the state passed an omnibus bill into law. And they say it's not only unconstitutional, but it violates what is called single subject and title clause. And that says no law shall embrace more than one subject, which shall be expressed in its title. As I mentioned earlier, the lawsuit rightfully states that banning binary triggers is unconstitutional. But their biggest argument in this lawsuit, that Minnesota's law banning the ownership of binary triggers and making it a felony to possess one, has absolutely nothing to do with the omnibus bill's subject. And that was the operation and financing of state government. And as you can see, that has nothing to do with banning binary triggers. The state of Minnesota broke the law. And this is what James Dickey had to say. And he's the senior counsel for the Upper Midwest Law Center. This Frankenstein's monster of an omnibus bill is the exact kind of fraud on the people of Minnesota that the Constitution aims to prevent. And that's why it's critical to hold lawmakers accountable with this lawsuit. This is a clear violation of the single subject provision of the Constitution. The courts should strike the whole thing. The ban on owning binary triggers in Minnesota went into effect at the beginning of 2025, which made it if someone owned a binary trigger in Minnesota, they would receive a similar penalty, just like if you owned a machine gun itself. And that could get you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $35,000 fine. And in Minnesota, just owning a binary trigger and it's not installed in a firearm, you still would be charged. And of course, we all know that binary triggers don't turn firearms into machine guns at all. And if anybody just does a little bit of research and watches a couple of videos on YouTube that are in slow motion, you'll see that it doesn't meet the definition of a machine gun. I hope they're successful with their lawsuit. You don't see a lot of crimes where somebody uses a binary trigger. But of course, in a Democrat-run state, where they're ban happy on everything, what's next? Banning the use of your finger because it could be used to bump fire certain firearms? These people have lost their freaking minds. Use your time and effort to help get prices down in your state, to help homeless people, to help homeless veterans, and help the hungry. As always, I would really like to hear thoughts about today's story in the comment section. And if you enjoy videos like this, and you also want to help the channel out and help it to continue to grow, I just ask you to take a few seconds of your time to like, share, and subscribe, and hit those post notifications. And please don't forget to leave a comment. And I'd be very grateful if you did so. And I invite all of you to come back and watch my next video.